Animators should be paid way more than actors. Animation takes time, effort, sometimes your health, posture ruined, sitting for too long, etc., creativity, talent, learning/a college degree. Acting takes talent, no necessary college degree. My point is, animating is a much harder job which pays too little, while acting isn't as hard and pays too much, in money and publicity. Edit, you guys didn't seem to read it correctly. I didn't say acting is easy, I said it's easier. Also, I mean 2D animation. You can't compare two completely different skill sets of this type and say one works harder than the other. It's just not possible to accurately work out effort involved too many variables. The misconception here is that acting is easy. Actors take years to perfect their craft. Movies often draw attention with their cast. Had that actor not made the cast, the movie may not have done so well. Money is paid where money is made. Edit, had the animator not made the cast, animators are 10 to the penny, however, there's only one Leonardo DiCaprio. Two things I'd like to point out. 1. The vast majority of working actors do not make a ton of money. There is a reason for the server/actor stereotype. They often need regular jobs to supplement their income. 2. It is riskier to use your own face and voice and body for your art than it is to create art from behind the scenes. I'm sure the number of cases of an animator being shredded in the press and their face being blasted all over the world for doing a poor job are statistically insignificant next to the number of times that has happened to actors. Greater risk equals greater reward. It's a question of economics. Particular actors put people in theater seats. So for example, did people watch The Avengers because Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man? Or because Steve the animator made his suit look cool? They are paid more, the pay is just distributed across 100 team members. Harder job is not equal to deserving more money. I'm an actor, not famous by any means, just on the side of my 9 to 5, and my brother is an animator. I agree that animators should get paid significantly more than they do now, but you can't really compare the two crafts. I could never do what my brother does, and he could never do what I do. They require totally different skill sets, personalities, and the way the industries work is completely different. Acting isn't easy to do well, and if you get famous you're essentially followed by your work all the time because you lose any sense of privacy. Additionally, you can only hire one actor for a role, and they have to be good enough to be under a microscope and carry that role by themselves. With animation, you hire an entire team of people doing the same job. The primary value of an actor is their brand. Even if they're unknown, they're still the face of the show. Actors cannot be replaced in the same way animators can because the audience knows who they are. If wages were determined solely by effort put into the job, doctors and first responders would be millionaires. Unfortunately, that's not how the economy works. Studios rely a lot more on the fame a big actor could bring to their show than one animator on a team of 50 who the audience never sees. If you think that acting doesn't take creativity, talent, or time, then you're an idiot. Supply and demand. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It is about how rare your skill is. You'll learn when you grow up. Until you've done both, you can't say which takes more work at all. Your opinion is 100% biased and not well informed either. I'm sorry you got a shitty diploma up. I disagree. It's way harder to make it as an actor than it is as an animator. Actors have to put everything on the line and live in the lowest standards until they get a good role, so they should be rewarded bigger, whereas animators can get a college degree and find a job. Not to mention, when you're an animator you usually have hundreds of other animators helping you. Supply and demand. The bottom 10% get paid more but the top 10% get paid less. https://www. payscale.com/research/us/job equals actor_%2f_actress/salary. https://www. payscale.com/research/us/job equals animator/salary. CG animators have an extremely hard job as well. Super long hours. Terrible carpal tunnels. I think it should be paid more, but good acting ain't gifted only, you also have to train, and becoming an outstanding actor is quite hard. Voice acting is harder than you think. Yeah, unpopular opinion, man. This is apples to oranges. Acting is pretty easy. Yeah. Ever watched True Romance? Some people here don't understand that despite having tons of animators in one project/film, it still takes them months or years to finish it. In standard animation, you have 24 frames to make 1 second. That's 158,400 frames for a usual 1 50-minute long animated film. You have to be accurate and consistent when it comes to drawing a character in each frame, especially in 2D animation. Even in 3D animation, it sometimes takes long to animate just the face of a single character. It's not easy just because animators use computers to do the job. Just because most studios have transitioned from the classic hand-drawn animation to computer animation, doesn't mean that it's become less valuable than the former. Yes, technology is making animation much easier than before, but it still takes time for animators to adapt and adjust to these. Aside from that, animators shell out a lot of money to get a degree and to learn the basics and the new techniques. It hurts to see people say that animation is easy, considering many already look down on art/creative professions. There are plenty of people who would pay to watch animated films. Heck, if you're a parent, you've definitely bought movie tickets to see the latest animated film with your children. Teens and adults pay to watch anime films or pay for streaming services to watch anime and cartoons online. There are even people who pay to watch those more mature animated series. Some animators are overworked and underpaid by studios, sometimes even stripped of their creative freedom. For the amount of time they spend working on projects for companies like Netflix, I do believe they are entitled to proper compensation. I'm not saying they should be paid way more than actors, since I'm not an actor and I do not know what they experience in their line of work. What I do know, though, is that animators should be and deserve to be paid a lot more than they're currently being paid for their services.